Krishna Kripamurti Abhay Charana Ravindra Bhakti Vedanta Swami Shri Prabhupada Ki ISKCON Beauty Founder Acharya Savior of the whole world Jagat Guru Shri Prabhupada Ki Jai Om Vishnu Pada Paramahansa Parivrajacharya Stottar Shri Krishna Kripamurti Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Goswami Shri Prabhupada Ki Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Namacharya Shri Haridas Thakur Ki Prem Se Kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasa Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Ki Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopinath Radha Kund Shyam Kund Giriraj Govardhan Ki Braj Bhumi Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki नवदीप मायापुर धाम की, पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र श्री जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की, गंगा माई वनमाई की, भक्ति देवी तुलसी महारानी की, पतित पावन हरिनाम संकीर्तन की, श्रीमद् भागवतम की, बृहद ब्रदर ट्रांसेंडेंटल बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की, श्री श्रीनिवास आचार्य आविर्भाव महा 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 महोत्सव की, श्री श्री पंचतत्व गौर आरती महा महोत्सव की, गौर प्रेमानंद। All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories, all glories, all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. So we'll all proceed for the lecture now. Lecture, nursing up in that. Sorry. Everyone please move in this direction because we have lecture right now.
It's so strong.
वो बाद में हाँ पहले इसको सेट कर दूँगी बोल ये कर दीजिए वो आप कीर्तन कर सकते हैं हाँ थैंक यू या फिर दूसरा वाला देख लीजिएगा प्रभु जी वो बाद में कर सकते हैं नो प्रॉब्लम पहले ये सेट थैंक यू इसको रखना So we'll do some kirtan before the lecture. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate 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 Vasudevaya. Narayanam namaskritya naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayamudire. Nashtaprayeshu bhadreshu nityam bhagavati sevaya. Bhagavati uttama shloke bhaktir bhavati naishiki. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya cha Nanda Gopal Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Okay. So in the WhatsApp group you must have received one message with the verse. So today is the most auspicious appearance of Sri Srivasa Pandit or Sri Srivasa Thakura. So in the next 30-40 minutes, we'll try to understand who he is, his tattva, and also the pastime. So first let's recite this mantra. So this particular mantra is very, very powerful. In fact, it is said that every yuga, a mantra is designated. For instance, if you come to Ireland, Europe, and you come from your home country, let's say it's India, and you use Indian rupees here. You go to Little Aldi, you do some shopping, and in return you give them INR. Would they accept it? No, because the currency for Ireland is euros. If you go to London, pounds. Go to US, it's dollars. Similarly, every yuga has a dedicated mantra. The mantra for Kali Yuga is Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. But there is a mantra that is even more powerful than this Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And that is the mantra we are going to recite today. So please repeat after me. Panchatattvatmakam Krishna. Panchatattvatmakam Krishna. Bhaktarupa Sarupakam. Bhaktarupa Sarupakam. Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam. Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam. Namami Bhaktir Shaktikam. Namami Bhaktir Shaktikam. Panchatattvatmakam Krishna. Panchatattvatmakam Krishna. Bhaktarupa Sarupakam. Bhaktarupa Sarupakam. Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam. Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam. Namami Bhaktir Shaktikam. Namami Bhaktir Shaktikam. Panchatattvatmakam Krishna. Panchatattvatmakam Krishna. Bhaktarupa Sarupakam. Bhaktarupa Sarupakam. Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam. Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam. Namami Bhaktir Shaktikam. Namami Bhaktir Shaktikam. So I'll read the translation and purport by His Divine Grace, Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Let me offer my obeisances unto Lord Shri Krishna, who has manifested himself in 5 as a devotee, expansion of a devotee, incarnation of a devotee, pure devotee and devotional energy. Purport. Shri Nityananda Prabhu is the immediate expansion of Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as his brother. He is the personified spiritual bliss of Sat Chit Ananda Vigraha. His body is transcendental and full of ecstasy in devotional service. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is therefore called Bhakta Rup, the form of a devotee. And Shri Nityananda Prabhu is called Bhakta Swarup, the expansion of a devotee. Shri Advaita Prabhu, the incarnation of a devotee, is Vishnu Tattva and belongs to the same category. There are also different types of Bhakta or devotees on the platforms of neutrality, servitude, friendship, paternity and conjugal love. Devotees like Sri Damodar, Sri Gadadhar and Sri Ramananda are different energies. This confirms the Vedic Sutra, Parasya Shaktir Vividhaiva Shuyate. All these Bhakta subjects taken together constitute Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is Krishna himself. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashamakaya Chakshurvam Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasa Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Namo Vishnu Padaya, Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale, Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine, Namaste Saraswati Devai Gauravani Pracharine, Nirvishesh Shunyavadi Pashyaka Deshakarine. So, okay, welcome everybody. Let's try to understand this. So, I'm assuming that all of us have been to school here, or probably most of us have been to school. So remember, in the schools, we had theory classes and then practical classes. So we would read theory, chemistry, biology, or any other subject, and then we would go to lab to practically perform it. So this parampara is coming down from Krishna, the Supreme Person. In the battlefield of Kurukshetra, Krishna spoke Bhagavad-gita to Arjuna. And in that conversation, he emphasized in the end that Arjuna, you become devoted towards me. You do bhakti. Numerable times he has mentioned this. Now the problem with that is that Krishna said something theoretical, but practically he didn't have bhakti at that time because he is God. Krishna has everything but bhakti, because bhakti is for a bhakt. So, in order to taste the ras of bhakti, Krishna from Golok Vrindavan Dham descended to this material world as Sriman Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So you see the deity here. If everyone could focus there. So the person standing in the middle, that is Krishna. So because Krishna said something theoretically, without any practical experience, so to walk his talk, he had to come down as a devotee. So that person is Krishna himself. On his right hand side, you see two personalities. When we sang the Gaur Aarti, what we said, the second stanza, Dakhine Nitai Chand Mame Gadadhara. Dakhine means right hand side. On his right is Nitai Chand in the blue. And on the right of Nitai Chand is Advaita Acharya. These three are Narayan Tattva or Vishnu Tattva. All three of them are Vishnu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the person in middle, is Krishna himself. On his right hand side is Nityanand Prabhu, who is Lord Balram. Again, none other than Lord Vishnu. And on his side, the one with beard looking cool, that is Advaita Acharya. That is a combination of Sadashiv, that is Lord Shiva, and Mahavishnu. So these three are Narayan Tattva. Bame Gadadhara. On the left hand side is Gadadhar Pandit. Gadadhar Pandit is Shakti Swaroop. Shakti is Radharani. कुछ माखन को बल मिलो, कुछ गोपन कियो सहाय, राधा रानी की कृपा से गिरिवर लियो उठाए. When Krishna lifted the Govardhan hill, he thought that he is the hero, as usual. But then the Gop Sakhas and the Sakhis said that you are not the hero alone. You could lift the Govardhan hill because kuch makhan ko bal milo. You ate so much of butter. You stole and ate butter, so you got some strength. Kuch gopan kare sahay. And your boyfriends, they help because they also put their sticks like this to help you. But the main reason why you were able to lift this Govardhan hill, so if you don't know the story, when Krishna was just 6-7 years old, he lifted a hill to protect his citizens. So they say the main reason you could lift the hill is Radha Rani ki kripa se girvar liye uthaye. It is because your Shakti, your energy, your strength comes from Srimati Radharani. Now Radharani is so in love with Krishna that she would never leave him alone. For instance, when the grandparents or parents, they are teaching their, I don't know what's the age, but 3-year-old or 4-year-old how to ride a bicycle. And when they leave the child for the very first time, that I'm not going to supervise you, you go on your own. But they don't leave. They are hiding behind the tree, or they are walking behind so that the kid doesn't know, but they are supervising at all times so that the kid doesn't fall. Same is the love of Radharani towards Krishna. When Krishna said, I am going to go down as Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Radharani said, Tumse na ho paega. You won't be able to. So I will come down as Gadadhar Pandit. So that is Shakti Tattva, Gadadhar Pandit. And the person, the hero of the day is Srivasa Acharya, whose appearance day we are celebrating today. So Srivasa Acharya is Jiva Tattva. So understand, there are three Tattva. Okay, let's first clarify this point. Initially, as per the Shastra, Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchit Ananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. Lord Brahma is saying that in the beginning there was only one person. He is the cause of all the causes. There is a company called Ancestry. Have you heard about it? So Ancestry, what it does is, I don't know the exact operation, but the advertisement that they do is, they will help you find your roots. For instance, if I don't know, if I belong to Africa or Australia, my great-great-great-grandfather, so they are going to track you down. What is your root? So Lord Brahma was the CEO, initially CEO of Ancestry. He said, I am going to track down the root of everybody. And then he said that I have studied all the Vedas, and my conclusion is that everybody's root is Krishna. Sarva Karane Karanam. Mamae Manche Jiva Loke Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. Manashashtani Indriyani Prakritisthani Kashyati. 15.6 Bhagavad-gita, Krishna says that all of you are my part and parcel. So initially, there was only one person, that was Krishna. Now we have all been in COVID situation, and we know how boring it is. Right? So Krishna was also bored. He was also quarantined. So for that reason, he started expanding himself. From his right hand side came Nityanand Prabhu or Balram. And from his left hand side came Radharani, that is Shakti Swarup. Now comes the Tattva. So from his right hand side came the Narayan Tattva. Lord Balram, Mool Sankarshan, Mahasankarshan, and the Purush Avatar, the Gun Avatar, Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. We won't get into that, that's too deep. From his left hand side came the energy, Shakti Sarup, that is Srimati Radharani, and all her expansions. Lakshmi Sahastra Shata Sambrama Sevya Manam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. So that means crores and crores, millions and millions of Lakshmi emanated from Srimati Radharani. And then there was a Tattva who is neither Narayan Tattva, neither Shakti Tattva, but it is called Tathastha. Tathastha means Jeev, all of us. Why are we called Tathastha? Tathastha means in between. So in between means we have a choice. Either we can remain where we are, or we can go back to our original world. That is spiritual world. So that is called Jeev Tattva. So you see this Pancha Tattva, Pancha means 5. The Pancha Tattva, it has all these 3. It has Narayan Tattva, it has Shakti Tattva as Gadadhar Pandit, and it has Srivasa Thakur as Jiva Tattva, who is representing all of us. So until now it's all clear. If not, we can have some question and answer in the end. Now, who is this Srivasa Acharya? So we said Mahaprabhu is Krishna, Nityanand Prabhu is Lord Balram, Advaita Acharya is Sadashiv and Mahavishnu, Gadadhar Pandit is Srimati Radharani, and sometimes it's also Lalita Sakhi, and the 5th is Srivasa Thakur. So as per Kavi Karnapur, in a literature called Gaur Garnadesh Deepika, he mentions that Srivasa Thakur is Narad Muni. Narad. What does the word Narad means? Da means Dadati, to give something, and Na means Narayan. So the person, whoever he meets, gives Narayan to them, means give bhakti to them, is called Narad. Yashoda, Da means Dadati, to give, and Yash means fame. So The mother who gives fame to Krishna is called Yashoda. Kirtida. Da means to give and Kirti means glory. So the personality who gives glory to Radharani is called Kirtida. Okay? Similarly, Narad means who just keeps distributing in free the bhakti of Narayan. But the thing is, people generally think that Narad Muni came down in this material world. So there are two worlds we are talking about, parallel worlds. One is spiritual world, one is material world. Why do you all seem lost? We are in material world at the moment. Okay? This is not our home. This is not our home. We are all from the spiritual world. If this was my home, I would be happy all the time. But if I sit with all of you just for 2 minutes, I will get to know how sad you are. And you will get to know how sad I am underneath. So the fact that we are not happy, by default, all of us are supposed to be happy. We should not become sick anytime. We should not take hepatitis B injections or this or that. We should not be sleepy. We should not be hungry. Why are we getting all these symptoms? Why are we dying? Why are we taking birth? Why do we grow old? Why I need to cut my hair all the time, trim my beard all the time? Not supposed to be happening. The fact it is happening is because I am at the wrong place. So this is the material world, the wrong place. I am from the spiritual world, the right place, the good place. Okay? So from that world, Narad Muni descends here as Srivasa Thakur. But another take is that in that world also there is Srivasa Thakur who comes as Srivasa Thakur. Because in the spiritual world also, there is a place called Mayapur. It's not in Bengal. In the spiritual world, it is in Golok Dham. It is called Shweta-dweep. And there, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he does his eternal Leela. And the personality Srivasa Thakur is eternally residing there. So he comes down from there to this material world. Okay? Now let's jump into the Leela. Now, one very interesting fact that most of you don't know is that in order, when Lord Krishna comes or when Lord Ramchandra comes, we cannot be a part of their Leela. We are just audience. We are just spectators. We just read what happened in Ramayana. We read what happened in Mahabharata, in Bhagavad-gita. But congratulations to all of us. We are all part of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Leela. So next time when the clock changes, in the next kalpa, someone would be sitting here in my place and they would be saying that in previous kalp, on a Wednesday, 11th March 2026, there were a group of 40 people who came and heard about Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu because they were all part of Chaitanya Leela. So this is a very great thing that we don't realize. That is why he is called Mahavadanyaya. Mahavadanyaya means that he is the embodiment of mercy. Because even when he comes in his full potency, that is Krishna and Ram, he is not as merciful. We cannot be a part. I cannot be a part of parliament, of Irish government. I cannot be a part, right? There needs to be some qualification. But the only qualification to be part of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's army is raising your arms and repeating Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And trust me, this only happens once. This only happens once in one day of Lord Brahma. And one day of Lord Brahma equals to 8 point. Nobody knows here. 8.64 billion years. In 8.64 billion years, this only happens once. And luckily we are all part of that once. So that's how fortunate we are. Now let's come to our present scenarios. Just 570 years back, Srivasa Thakur, he appeared from that world to this world. He was 30 years elder to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He descended to a place that is called as Sri Hut today in Bangladesh. Bangladesh was part of India back then. And then he had 5 brothers. His wife Malini Devi, she was the nurse of Sri Krishna eternally. So remember, we are talking about 2 worlds. In that eternal world, the nurse of Sri Krishna, baby Krishna, she comes down here as the wife of Srivasa Thakur, and she gets the name Malini Devi. And then the Leela of Srivasa Thakur began. So in the earlier days of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, his name was Nimai. We sing Jai Nimai Nitai. Nitai is Nityanand Prabhu and Nimai is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, because he was born under a neem tree. That is why the name Nimai. When Nimai was very young, he was excellent in logic, in grammar. Like academically, no one in the world could defeat him. He knew that and he would take advantage of that. So if Nimai came here and started talking to you, he would defeat you in your own argument. Then he would take your place and he would win with the same argument. And then again he would take his place and defeat you back with another logic. And you will be baffled, what's happening with me? He is hypnotizing me. So he kept doing that all the time. So one day, Srivasa Thakur, he goes to him and says, "Oh Nimai, what is the use of all this that you do if you don't become a Krishna Bhakt? If you don't become a Krishna devotee, what is the use of the knowledge that you have?" So Nimai would say, in Ishara, what is it in English? He would just say back to him that one day, by your grace, I will definitely become a Krishna Bhakt. And that day finally came when he lost his father, Jagannath Mishra. He went to Gaya, did the final rites. There he met his spiritual master, Ishwar Puri. Took initiation, comes back, and then the symptoms that he had, like when we sing Hare Krishna Mahamantra, I see some of you sleeping. Most of you. If I started, and I will do that in some time, if I could capture everything like CCTV and I could show you back, most of you would be sleeping, texting, doing God knows what. But when Nimai would chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, he won't be able to contain himself. He would become so ecstatic that, like someone who takes drugs, how they lose their senses. They would go in the road and start yelling for no reason, be happy, jump, fall down in the ground. Even a truck is coming to hit them, they will say, "Come and hit me, I don't care." So this was the condition of Nimai. And everyone thought he is possessed. Bhoot badha ho gayi hai ispe. He has been possessed by a ghost. And they thought he has gone mad now. So finally, Nimai goes to Srivasa Thakur and says, "Everyone thinks I am mad, what do you think?" And Srivasa Thakur said, "I wish people started calling me mad as they call you. Because if this is the definition of madness, I want to be as mad as you. Because that's not madness, that is the symptom of a pure devotee." And then Nimai, he hugged him, said that I almost thought that I lost my senses and I was going to commit suicide. Thinking that what people are saying is true, I am truly possessed by a ghost. Black magic. But no, this is the purest form of white magic. Actually, in Pandharpur, there is a very beautiful abhang by Sant Tukaram, Pandari che bhoot mote, right? That this black person is a ghost. Who? Pandarinath or Jagannath. Once you see him, he will possess you. You won't fall in love with anybody else once you fall in love with Jagannath or Pandarinath or Krishna, Keshav, Vitthal, right? So then he thanked him that you saved my life. I was going to commit suicide now. So he said, no. You just be like that. And then their pastimes continued from them. So initially they had very humorous connection. Srivasa Thakur and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. See, this is very important to understand because what happens is we directly want to jump to Krishna Leela. Even in Bhagavatam, we just want to jump to the 10th canto where we want to know what happened between Krishna and the gopis, what happened, how did Krishna kill all those demons. But no, that's not how it should be. When you start building, a house, you don't start directly from the terrace. First you build the foundation. So this Chaitanya Charitamrita is the foundation to reach Krishna Leela. Unless we have the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, or unless we understand this Chaitanya Charitamrita is the mind, is the mood of Krishna. in order to understand somebody's heart, we need to understand their mind, their mood. Because sometimes, if you are married, you know, we say something we don't mean. Our heart is in the right place, but we don't mean it. Now, if someone doesn't love me and I say something to them, they will just walk away and never come back because they don't know my mood. But somebody who knows me, even if I say something, they know that his heart is in the right place. It was just a bad day. He or she said something. So that's why we first need to understand the mood of Krishna, then his heart, that is Srimad Bhagavatam. So try to pay attention, because I know it's all very new to all of you, but we'll get there. Just a sec. So I have noted down some points and then we will discuss all those. Yeah. Then, the Hare Krishna Mahamantra that we all do. You might have come to the temple on various occasions, on Friday night, Sundays, festivals. So you know what we do is, we have class, we have Hare Krishna Mahamantra, we have Aarti, we have Prasadam. It was all started by Srivasa Thakur. He was the very first person who started this Sankirtan movement from his house, that is still famous as Shiva's Angan. Angan means courtyard. And Srivasa Thakur, he was the very first person who did. So all the ISKCON temple, all the expansions, all the temple of ISKCON is an expansion of Srivasa Angan. And he is the personality who we should thank. When we all come, we want to hear more and more Kirtan, we want to eat more and more prasad, we want to hear more and more philosophy. He is the person we should be thanking. Okay? So that all originated by Srivasa Thakur. Initially, when he did this, so what happened was that the Kirtan went on non-stop. It would go on whole night, like they do in pubs, right? You can hear the noise. So similarly, initially in West Bengal, when the Kirtan started, whole night Kirtan. So the people, they became really disturbed. And then they sent, it was the Muslims who were ruling at that time. So they sent their soldiers to go and kick these people and make them stop. As they came and started disturbing the devotees, the news reached Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he ran like a lion and he showed his Narsimha Roop and drove away everyone from there. And he sat on the altar and said that, let me see who is going to disturb now, you continue with the Kirtan. And the Kirtan continued from that time. And once what happened was that Srivasa Thakur, he was reciting Vishnu Sahasranam. And in that, as soon as the name of Narsimha came, again, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he immediately assumed the form of Narsimha Dev. And he started wandering on the roads of West Bengal. And everyone got frightened at that time. And then he realized that no, I shouldn't be doing that, because to scare people is not good as per the Shastra. Then he comes back in a very guilty mood, goes to Srivasa Thakur and says, I committed a great offense. What is it, my lord, that you committed? I scared the people. He said, no, don't worry. Anyone who has seen you, anyone, all their karma is going to be wiped out. So again, a fun fact or a sad fact for all of us is, we missed Chaitanya Mahaprabhu by 540 years. He was here for 48 years, so let's say 500 years. During his era, whoever was born on this planet went back to Vaikuntha. So we were doing an analysis. I think Leonardo da Vinci was there at that time. He might have gone back. So you can imagine, when Krishna comes, if he sees anybody, they are sure to get liberation, even if they are on the opposite party. In Mahabharata war, everyone who died, whether Pandavas or Kauravas, everyone got liberation. So Srivasa Thakur said the same thing, that my lord, why do you worry? Why do you feel guilty? Anyone who has seen you, even if they are scared of you, they will get liberated. So don't worry, don't be sad. So then these things continued. And then Mahaprabhu, once he showed his Mahaprakash Leela. So sometimes what would happen, just imagine if a person walks in and says, who are you worshipping? I am that person. And goes and stands in the altar and says, start Arati. And says, give me bhog, I am gonna eat. How would you feel? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would do that multiple times. But only to the pure devotees. He would never show, like you see now in YouTube, you would see many people going with their Laddu Gopal, drinking milk and all those stuff. That was not as per the Shastra. He would never do that. So it would have to be a confidential group of pure devotees. So he would actually do that. He would go and he would say, why are you worshipping this person? I am that person. And he would go and actually sit on the altar. Now you start doing my arati. How amazing that is. Krishna coming in front of you and saying, do that now, what you're doing. Pray to me right now. So in Mahaprakash Leela, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was dancing and doing this Hare Krishna Mahamantra for 21 hours. And he would become so happy that whatever anyone would desire, he would ask them to queue up. You come, what do you want? Given. What do you want? Given. What do you want? Given. So like that, he would show his Mahaprakash Leela. So one of the devotees, they said that Mahaprabhu, you have blessed everybody, but you have not blessed your own mother, Sachi Mata. Why is that? So he became very quiet. He didn't respond. Then after some time he said, no, I cannot bless her. Everyone was shocked. Why can't you bless your own mother? So he said, because she committed an offense towards a Vaishnava. She committed an offense towards Advaita Acharya, who is on the rightmost. And what was the offense that she committed? So she had two sons. The elder was Vishwarup and the younger was Nimai, Vishwambar, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So the elder brother, he started associating with Advaita Acharya. And what happened was that his mother, Shachi Mata, wanted to get him married. But because he started associating with Advaita Acharya, he became a Babaji. He became a celibate and he ran out of his marriage. So she was very angry at that incident. And she said, it's because of this Advaita Acharya that my son, he escaped his marriage and now lives as a ascetic. And my second son, Nimai, even though he's married, again he's associating with the same person. So she committed an offense. So the devotee said that, but she's your mother. She's your mother. Can't you do that? He said, this is the only thing that is not in my power. If you offend any devotee, even I don't have the power to save you. The only person who can save you is that devotee. And then he narrated the pastime of Ambarish Maharaj and Durvasha Muni. If you don't know the story, I will tell you another story of Jayant. Jayant was the son of Indra. And once what happened was, Lord Ram was sitting with Mother Sita, and then Jayant comes and then he points and bits Mother Sita and blood starts coming. And what happened is, as soon as the blood drips on Lord Ram's face, he wakes up and he sees, who's that? That's a crow. He takes one blade of grass and just leaves it. And that assumes the form of a Brahmastra, a nuclear weapon. But unlike what's happening now in the world, where they are just destroying cities and innocent people, the technology was very advanced in Treta Yuga. The Brahmastra, if I released a Brahmastra and intended it to be for a certain target, it will only kill that target. No matter, even if 100 people come between me and that target, it will not harm a single person. It will only kill my target. So Lord Ram, he released one blade of grass. And then Jayant, he started running for his life and immediately goes to his father Indra. My father, save me. Then as Indra was about to save, he said, but what did you do? And he sees there is a arrow coming and on it's written Ram. He said, Hari Bol, I can't do anything. Go to my father. His father is Brahma. He goes to Brahma. Brahmaji, please save me. Can't do anything. Go to Lord Shiva. Goes to Lord Shiva. Can't do anything. Go to Lord Vishnu. He goes to Lord Vishnu. Vishnu says, Lord Ram, I can't do anything. Go to Ram. Circles back, come to Ram. Ram says, even I can't do anything. The only person who can save you is she. And then he goes and says, I'm really sorry, I took you for some ordinary women. I didn't realize you are the Shakti Tattva. And then she says, I forgive you, you are my child. And then finally Lord Ram took the weapon back. So that is how powerful this Vaishnava Aparadha is. And we must all actually try our best not to commit any aparadha towards anyone, not even Vaishnava. Even if someone is a Vaishnava or non-Vaishnava, doesn't matter. Because understand, this whole life is to rectify ourselves. What do you think is the purpose of prison? The prison is not to punish. The prison is to reform. If I have certain problem, I am not a civilized person, I am a serial killer or a psychopath, I cannot live in a society. I need to be sent to a place where I can work on my weakness and reform myself, come back stronger as a civilized person. So that is the whole purpose of this life. It is not a punishment. It is to reform me. So whatever mistakes I have been doing, it's not a very fresh one. I have been doing this mistake from hundreds of lifetimes. And then what happens is, I don't rectify myself, I don't change my behavior, and boom, I die, and again in the next life, and I repeat. The same thing repeats. Once, we don't realize when we live with someone. Once there was this couple, newly married, 2 years into the marriage, and there was constant fight between these two. So they went to their mentor, their counselor, that we have certain issues, I don't think we can live. So what is the issue? Very small issue. So the husband says that my wife, she wears dot, bindi, you know. So in India, the women, they wear. So every time in the washroom she goes and she would put her bindi on the mirror. And whole of the mirror is just the shadow is there on that mirror. So I cannot see myself clearly. And I'm so mad. I'm so angry because of this. She drives me crazy. And then they said few things. After 6 months, it was detected that the wife had 4th stage cancer. And she died. True story. She died. This person, this husband, after some time, goes to the mentor and says, you know what? Now what I do is, I go to the market, I buy bindi myself, go and put it on the mirror, because I miss her so much. So you can imagine that we don't realize the love, the depth, the kindness that we should have with one another when we are alive. And when they die, then there are so many quotes, flowers, rip, Om Shanti, blah blah blah, right? So why not when people are alive? So that is why Mahaprabhu said that this is one thing that even I cannot take back. So you have to, actually my mother has to rectify that. And then the mother went to Advaitacharya and begged forgiveness. Now this is another thing that we must all actually embrace in our life. When someone comes and begs for forgiveness, first, there shouldn't be any argument. What happened? What did not happen? Leave everything behind. Whatever happened, action speaks louder than word. Like if you just sit and discuss, that's not going to help in the long run. Show by your action that you actually changed. So when someone comes to you, don't start fighting, yelling, taunting. When Shachi Mata comes to Advaitacharya, there was no discussion of what happened. I'm sorry, I did something wrong. And he said, I don't even want to know. I am sorry that you are sorry. And then, like this, the matter was closed, solved, and she got the mercy of her own son, that is Krishna. So we have to embrace that from Chaitanya Charitamrita, that don't get into all the intricacies of what happened and this could have happened, or why did you do this, why she said that, why this, that. No. Sorry, forgive you, chapter over, let's move on, because life is short. If we don't do that right now, again we'll have to take another life to do the same thing. And trust me, we can never run out of situation. The people, it's funny, the people you are running from, they will become your wife, your kids, your father, your mother, your neighbor in the next life. You can never escape them. Never. You think you are very smart, I will go to Australia and I will leave behind my people in Ireland. No. They are coming back in your next life, in your house. They could become a rat in your house. They could become a mosquito in your house to disturb you and to suck your blood. But you can never escape. So if you have to do something about it, do it right now in this very lifetime. Work on it. So that is what the Shastra tells. What's the time? It's 8. So we'll just take one pastime and then we'll proceed with Kirtan. Okay? So after that, story, there's a lot of pastimes actually. But once what happened was the Sankirtan movement was going on. And in the end what happened was that there were some certain Karmakand Pandits. And they said that these Vaishnavas, who they think they are, it is Chaturmas, they should not be singing so loudly in the night, in the day. So let's complain to the Mughal king. And that time the king was Chandkazi. So they go and they complain. Chandkazi became really angry. He comes, the Sankirtan is going on, let's say the Sankirtan is going on, Hare praying, Prabhu playing Mridanga beautifully. And a person walks in, takes the Mridanga and breaks that. So this is what Chandkazi did. He broke the Mridanga and stopped the Kirtan, went back. This news reached Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became so angry that he, again, second thing now, learned. He became so angry, he roared like a lion and 100,000 people gathered, 1 lakh people gathered. And they all marched in the house of Chandkazi. And he said, today there will be Lanka part 2. I am going to burn his entire house along with him. And then he goes and imagine 100,000 people coming at your house. Recently happened in certain countries I'm not going to name. And then they are coming to kill you. So this Chandkazi, he hid inside. And then they started acting like Lord Hanuman. So we are going to do drama on Ram Navami. So we will do the same drama. So like Lord Hanuman, what he did to Lanka, they started doing to Chandkazi's house. Breaking the pots, breaking everything. And then Mahaprabhu said, okay, this is not going to work. If I just kill him, there's no point. So he asked some people, go and call him, that I want to come and speak to him. So then Chandkazi is so scared. He says, Bhanje. Who is he? Chandkazi is Kams. And Kams is the mama. He is the maternal uncle of Krishna. And here Mahaprabhu is Krishna. So it's Mama Bhanja again. Back in material world. So Bhanje, my dear child, you came? I didn't know. Oh, really you didn't know? I came with 100,000 people. How did you not know? So then Mahaprabhu says, is this the way you host your guest? We are here, but he says, if the guests are like this, what will the host do? But then the matter was solved and then he said, I'll tell you actually what happened. The moment I broke that Mridanga, in the night when I was sleeping, a man came and half of his body was like a lion. And he came and he punched in my chest and then he showed the mark, the nails of that lion is still there. And he said, don't dare do this again. If you do it again, that will be your last breath. So anyway, I was not going to do anything. I was so scared. And then he said, Mahaprabhu said, because you are the king of this place, you take the mic and announce that going forward, no one should ever stop Hare Krishna Mahamantra in this area. And even when there was this partition of India and Pakistan in 1947, there were so many riots between Hindus and Muslims all over the India. But that place of Bengal is Muslim dominated area, still it is. Nothing happened because they followed the order of Chandkazi. And the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, the Sankirtan movement, it went on non-stop. So that is the power of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And that is the power of Srivasa Thakur. It's because of him. Because understand, all our problem arises in our mind. Anything, you sit, no need to even discuss with anybody. You sit with all your problems. How did it begin? The root cause is you had certain desires that was not fulfilled. If a desire is not fulfilled, anger arises. And if the desire is fulfilled, greed arises. I want more. You can never stop it. But it all begins with desire. Always remember this. Desire is the root cause of everything. Desire is the root cause of this material world. दुनिया बनाने वाले क्या तेरे मन में समाई काहे को दुनिया बनाई. Why was this world created? Because we desired this world to be created. It was not Krishna who wanted to create this world. It was my and your desire to enjoy in Ireland in a pub. Okay? Now, the problem is mind. Desire arises in our mind. So the victim, the problem is mind. How are we going to rectify the situation? By mantra. Mantra means mantrai ithi. The thing that calms down our mind is called mantra. So in order to calm down our mind, in order to calm down our desires, we need to chant the Hare Krishna Mantra. And that is what we have been doing by the mercy of Srinivas Pandit or Srinivas Thakura. So on that note, I am going to complete my lecture, but let's pray unto the lotus feet of Srinivas Acharya. Let's thank him, that it's because of him that all of us every time come together and do this Hare Krishna Mantra, this Harinam Sankirtan. Again, just one last thing before I complete. So all of us work, most of us work here. And even if you are studying, very few people study for knowledge. The end goal is we have to earn money, right? But the money that we earn, is it going with us after we die? No. So what is the money that goes out after we die? Golokera Prem Dhan, Harinam Sankirtan. So if somebody asks you what's your package, don't tell them the package that is given by your company. Tell them the package how much you chant. If I chant one round of Hare Krishna Mantra means 108 times. That is, my package is only 1700, 1727. If I chant 16 rounds every day, which all the initiated devotees of ISKCON chant, so it becomes 27,648. So that is my everyday's earning. And if I do that for a complete year, I am earning 1 crore name. 1 crore is, I think, how much? 100,000? Yeah. 10 million. 10 million. So my package, my actual package is 10 million if I am chanting 16 rounds every day. Now, if you are greedy to earn more, who is stopping you, but earn by chanting more. Because this is going to help you. Have you seen the movie Harry Potter? Yes? So in the Harry Potter, what happens is, Harry is taken to a bank where there is some money deposited by his parents. So this is the money deposited for all of us when we chant. After we quit our body and go back, that will be our bank account. It will be seen, oh, you chanted so much rounds for so many years. So just imagine, you chanted for 50 years, 50 crore. Well, how much is 50 crore? 500 million maybe? So whatever that is. So that is our earning. This is not our earning, what we think. It's gonna stay with us. So again, thanks to the man, thanks to the personality, Srivasa. Any question before we head to the Kirtan? Yes, Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhu. At the start, we chanted the Panchatattva mantra, and you said it was more powerful than the Hare Krishna mantra. So then, why do we chant the Hare Krishna mantra?
Excellent question. Someone was hearing after all. I thought you're all sleeping. The same question was asked to our great spiritual master Prabhupada. That Prabhupada, when you say that this is 10,000 times more powerful than Hare Krishna Mantra, why are we chanting this? The answer was because our acharyas have said so. If I chant any other mantra, I won't go back to Krishna. There is a very beautiful story. There was a very great scholar by the name of Dasrathi. Dasrathi was so scholarly that he started thinking that his spiritual master, I'm not sure, either it was Yamunacharya or Ramanujacharya, either of them. I'm not sure, but either of them. So he started thinking, I have surpassed my guru now. So I don't need my guru actually. I can go back, I have the tools, I can go back on my own. So he started doing his own thing, rejecting his guru. And he was so scholarly, so brilliant, and such a good devotee that he actually reached at the edge of Golok Dham in Vaikuntha. In Vaikuntha, he could see everybody. He could see Lord Krishna tending the cows. He could see the Gopsakas. He could see the gopis. But they could not see him. He's yelling. He's trying to speak to them. But no one would hear, like a ghost. There are many ghosts, but we cannot see them, hear them. So he became so dejected that finally he broke down in tears. And then Krishna comes and he says, what's happening? I did so much of tapasya and I came to you and this is how you treat me. Krishna says, who's your guru? Well, I don't have a guru. Go back. That's your problem. Tad viti pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadeshyati te jnanam jnana tattvadarshana. Without a guru, there is no scope. Brahmanda brahmite kono bhagyavan jeev, Guru Krishna prasade paye bhakti lata beej. Without guru, there is no scope of spiritual advancement. So Prabhupada said the same thing, that yes, there may be more powerful mantras, but because our Guru, Rupa Goswami, our Guru Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has said that chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, that is why we are chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Okay? Thank you, Prabhupada. Any other question? Okay, so now we'll do some Sankirtan by the mercy of Srivasa Thakur and then we'll have Prashadam. So please stay with us, don't go anywhere. We will also cut cake on behalf of Srivasa Thakur. Hare Krishna. And harmonium. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna
Hare Rama,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
used to happen in Srivasa Angan.
Hare
Now remember how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took Narasimha Avatar 3 times. So we are going to glorify Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as Narasimha now. So there is a very beautiful verse that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu recited as soon as he stepped in Ahobilam. That is the appearance place of Sri Narasimha Dev. Ugram Veeram Mahavishnu Jalatam Sarvabhaumam Narasimham Bhishanam Bhadram Mrityor Mrityam Namamyam. Ugram Veeram Mahavishnu Jalatam Shrimati
His Grace Abhay Giriraj Prabhu Ji ki
Prabhupada ki jai. Downstairs for